good one, Nick. It's a little too loud.
Man.
That shit is loud.
Welcome back. We're back. Me, Baxter Worth,
KB.
and our guest today, Nick Dolezal.
Nicky Nice.
Hello, hello.
We got Nicky Nice on the pod. Long awaited.
Long awaited. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, 2 weeks in, long awaited.
Man.
Really setting it up here.
Am I the second or third guest?
Second.
Two.
Worst is the worst.
Yeah, that's right. That's what they say.
Yep.
Anyways, how do we want to start it off? Just get right into it.
Get right into it.
Yeah,
Hey,
go ahead.
How you doing today?
Good. Been having a great day. I slept in a little bit this morning. A little late for class, so it was a bit of a rough wake up. But
Tyler Irwin, he was late for class. Make him run.
I wasn't that late.
Just
Kansas 22.
Yeah, straight away in 4K. That's 8K actually over there. Just so you know. So you're caught in 8K.
We could cut it though, right?
I mean,
we can, but like,
are you an editor? I
we
don't
don't be editing.
Oh no,
can edit
we won't
for
really throw in edits.
But yeah.
Last episode.
Yeah, so you're from Omaha, Nebraska, Millard North grad.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Millard North.
Yes, sir. Go Stangs.
That's right. Yeah. Go ahead and kind of explain to us a little bit. How's that shaped you as a person? Yeah, let's get into the real depth of Nicky Nice.
Question one. I feel like just going to Miller North, I really saw like damn near everything. You know, just with all sorts of different people that got it, people that don't got it, you know, people that care, people that don't care. It really, you know, kind of shaped the way I conduct myself, you know, like in public, in spaces. You know, I see the people at Miller North that I didn't want to be like, you know, especially as a young freshman. You know, it's like, well, I'm not going to act like that dude. And then, you know, the people obviously I was friends with or I wanted to be like, I kind of rolled with them and just try to behave how they behave so I wouldn't, you know, draw no extra attention to myself and just, I don't know. I guess that's how I was just trying to fit in. And then once, I don't know, I enjoyed my schooling. It was, like I said, I saw a lot of different things, but I was definitely blessed, definitely wouldn't want to go anywhere else, and I wouldn't want to do anything different if I could do it again. I think it showed me a lot, taught me a lot.
And talking about like people you were surrounded by, obviously Millard North, big basketball school. I think it's the largest school in Omaha, right? Population-wise,
I think that's one of the Bellevue schools.
Okay.
But it's like
it's
top three.
one of them. It's up there.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, yeah. Take my out-of-state word for it. But when you were in high school, were you really going around like with the basketball guys? Or are you spreading yourself, getting a bunch of like different people in your group?
Yeah, definitely. All throughout middle school, I played football and basketball, and it was pretty much the same guys on the team.
What position in football?
So I was a receiver and I was a middle linebacker.
Of course. What?
Middle linebacker.
A 5'8", 120-pound middle linebacker. First game we're playing prep, and I got to meet the fullback in the hole, and then I made a quick decision.
I would say that's when it was over. It was basketball from then on.
Yeah. Well, then I was a receiver, and I caught one slant for like 60 yards, got hawked on the 1 yard line. And never
Looked
scored.
like my college football team. College football 25.
Never scored in high school, but in middle school I was getting some touchdowns at least.
You played all 4 years in high school?
No, just freshman year.
Just freshman year. Okay. I was about to say.
Varsity or no?
No, God, no.
Okay, I was about to say.
I remember at the end of freshman
got
year.
it like that.
At the end of freshman year, they were looking for dudes who wanted to or who they wanted to bring up for the sideline for the last game, you know, like so everybody's hyped. I was like, please do not pick me because they had an extra week of practice and it was over like Thanksgiving break or something like that along those lines. So I was like, do not pick me. And then
trying to go home.
Once the season ended, I kind of just Irish goodbye'd them. Just y'all can find me on the court.
Respect.
But yeah, I mean, I always really was with the same group of guys all throughout middle school. Even if we didn't go to the same middle school, we were always on the same. Our junior Mustangs was our, you know, kind of feeder team, and so we were all, you know, friends in middle school. And then once we got to high school, we started having classes, and I mean, it's just these have been my guys, you know, 4 or 5 years now, so at least. So they're like brothers to me.
Gotcha.
Now, transitioning to the college aspect of things, I think we all have similar like high school experiences. Me, you, and Baxter coming from like, I'd say these public schools that like you see those people that are really successful, and then you are friends with families that are paycheck to paycheck. So like you really experienced like all different modes of life throughout that. Coming to Midland, I found out straight away, especially within our team, a lot of those upper class people, which was completely different than my high school experience.
Yeah.
So based on that social aspect, and then also for you playing with a lot of D1 and like you had a McDonald's All-American on your team, and then jumping from the NAI, how has that social aspect changed from high school to college and the basketball aspect?
I think so. First, on the social side, I think in high school I was a lot more like I wanted to know what people were doing. Like I wasn't like bugging them, but I felt like I was always.
Bro's got FOMO.
No, literally though, like I was always seeing what people were doing. Like oh dang, I'm not there or whatever. But now it's in college. It's like if you want to hang out with me, great. If you don't want to hang out with me, great. Like, it's just,
I don't care.
It's so easy. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, and you can join me, or I can join you, or if not, it's whatever. So that's one of the big social sides of things. Is just kind of like. I feel like I kind of just like chilled out. It's like the people that I'm close with, I feel like I've gotten closer, and the people I'm not as close with, I don't worry about as much. I'm cool with everybody, but I don't gotta take a bullet for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that's basically the social side, and then I think just the college side of it, even in high school. Or not the college side of it, the basketball side of it. In high school, it was just a grind, and it was a different grind, and I really wasn't comparable to my teammates as much in high school, honestly, I would say, as I am at Midland. I think I stack up better on the Midland floor than the Miller North court. But also,
little like side note here, like Nick played with like a starting five of D1 pretty much. Like he played with a lot of D1 athletes. I say what would be your junior year, you played with a McDonald's All-American, 3 other D1. Like this team was stacked.
Our shortest guy that started was like 6'4".
Yeah.
Nick got carried to a state championship.
And then senior year, I came back, did it for myself.
Mickey ring.
But, I think just with the basketball, it's just in high school, it was always – I felt like I was always nervous. Like, obviously, playing with those big guys or, all these, highly touted guys, it's like –
Pause.
It's like I'm barely on the court, and I'm trying to do everything I can just to get some minutes with them. So then it's like I'm on the court. It's like, oh shit, what do I do? Like,
Don't mess up.
Yeah, better get them the rock. You know what I mean? But now in college, it's like, I think I deserve to be out there just as much as everybody else. Not to say I didn't in high school, but I saw how I stacked up in high school compared to how I stack up now, and
and now it's just a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm probably in the best shape of my life. I'm bigger, faster, taller, so. A lot of those things have really helped on the basketball side, as well as not, being in such a gap between my teammates.
Now, one thing you might not know, me and Colbin's freshman year, so your senior year of high school, we actually came and saw a game. We did. We watched you play against Josh Dix, Abraham Lincoln. We at Millard North. We pulled up to that game. What do you remember from that game?
South.
No. We might have gone to Millard South also.
No, you went to Josh Dix. I went to Millard South.
Oh, my bad. I went to Abraham Lincoln versus Millard North.
That was the game to go to.
What do you remember about that game? Anything interesting?
Dolezal is not exactly your rim's best friend.
You probably had 3 leak out dunks.
I count 4.
Okay, 4. I couldn't remember exactly. All of them cherry picked leak out dunk. I mean, leaked at like half court when the shot went up.
The first time I do it, it's like, okay, that was cheesy. He got a cherry pick. If I get my 4th cherry pick dunk on you, maybe send a guy back.
They could get back. They could get back for sure.
It's cheesy, but it's not unexpected.
But like first one, I kind of respect because it's like get the crowd into it. You guys had a nice student section there. Get everyone hype.
Every game we would.
It was hype. It was hype. And then the 3rd or 4th, I'm like, all right, maybe, all right.
Well, I remember I was so mad because we had our own video guy for our team, and he missed every single one. So I'm trying to get like highlight clips, and I'm screen recording them off of like the news. And it's just, but that was cool. I think that was one of my I've probably only been on the news like 2 or 3 times, and that was probably the coolest one, or that I can remember.
Yeah. So now we'll go to the Millard South game. That was we were really excited for that game. We had Will Cooper. He's he committed to Air Force?
Yeah, he's there right now.
Air Force commit.
Will Cooper.
We have Will Cooper's brother at our school, by the way. We're not going to shout him out though.
Fuck you, Jack.
Anyways, we got so he's playing against at that time I think he was a sophomore, so it's a D1 commit now. He's a senior now, so
yeah.
We were
in college.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he was just
okay.
Oh, he's 2 grades younger.
Okay,
than me,
so
yeah.
he's already at college. Anyways, we're really excited for this game, Millard North versus Millard South. We got a D1 guy that goes to Creighton now on Millard North. We got this young sophomore at Millard South. It's supposed to be a hype game. Absolute blowout. I mean, just disappointing. Millard South could not score the ball. And I mean,
honestly.
It was pretty bad.
just anything from that game. I mean, just as a fan, I'm going expecting kind of a close game. I don't know you at this point. Obviously, I don't know really anyone on either team besides Jack has a brother.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm just like, this could be a fun game. Like, let's.
I will add, I think we knew of you. Like, I think we knew you were getting recruited at that point. Because I do remember
that could be true.
I do remember like dead ass looking at your shot like in warm ups, and I was like, "Are you for real?"
Nick was.
Loki, you were strapping it, but it was like,
Nah, Nick was a no guard in high school. They did not guard Nick at the
What do you mean
3-point
was?
line.
I was 5 for 25 my senior year from 3.
oh, you're like Q.
And that's the loudest 5 you were ever going to hear in the gym. Boom! I'm shooting
You're
at
high
the
fiving
crowd.
you're high fiving the student
My
section.
parents come like 30 deep to every game too, just all family members. So I'm getting them going, getting teed up. I got teed up one home game.
How'd the coach respond to that? Real old guy, right?
Yeah, I mean he.
Oh, nothing.
Nah, he
Okay.
sat me out, chewed my ass, but
Okay. I was expecting some like military towel pushes for the next practice. That's it.
I wasn't expecting nothing. Well, okay, so he's actually chewed my ass a couple times. One time I missed the dunk. It was just open. The one hand, I just missed it off the back rim. And then they run down, and I get a tip steal at half court, and I save it in front of our bench, dive to our bench, throw it to Jason, he gets a dunk. Coach still yanks me because I missed the dunk. And so it was things like that. Also, my best game in high school was my last away game before state, and it was at Kearney, and I was 11 for 12 with 24 points. And the one shot I missed, airballed a 3, yanked.
Yanked.
Get him out of here.
So that was, but yeah, coach was always cool. I mean,
Gotcha.
you always know what a coach is going to
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
if you
yeah.
know, if you know you're going to get yelled at. So
Yeah.
just try not to laugh.
I mean,
challenge.
well, yeah. At that point,
Like,
you're 11 for
literally.
12, airballed 3. You got to put it up though. You're
Right.
feeling good.
Like,
You're
give me
feeling
the next
good.
one. I'll shoot from deeper.
So, we usually like to ask our guests. I mean, me and Baxter, we like to reminisce a little bit on our basketball career. Is there anything, we'll say from your freshman year, because that's when we both played with, or we all three played with each other. Anything that stands out, like funny moments about that year? It could be JV or varsity practicing. I mean, we all three of us, we were Team Skin, so like we
Wow.
Great team. Stand up.
great team was insane. Greatest scout team
If
you'll
our-
ever see in
If our
college
scout
basketball.
team footage got leaked, we would not be doing podcasts. We
That
would
would
be
be-
playing in the league.
We'd be in the NBA
Like-
for sure.
We would be all stars.
That'd be really embarrassing for our starting lineup that year. Just so everyone, if anyone's still watching, I'm looking at you guys because Manny Bryson, EB3, can't guard me. Anyways,
There's no way Manny's.
Well, I feel
no,
like
there's no way, but he might see the clip, and that's why I had to throw it out there.
if we're gonna talk about that freshman year and that Skins team, the first thing that comes to mind is your full quarter.
Oh my
Your three-quarters
gosh,
court.
I forgot. We haven't even mentioned that. That's a great point.
So we were down 1.
We're down 2. No, yeah, 1.
We were down 1, but why were we down 1?
Well, hold on. We were down 3, we were down 3.
We were down something. No, we were down 2, I think, and then Manny did some dumb shit.
We're getting to that though. But we're down 3. It's our ball. We like miss a shot, get an O board. Someone makes a layup. Maybe like it might have been Noah, to be honest. So there's 30 seconds left. We might have been down 5 at that point. So there's like 40 seconds left. That's what
like
it was.
Some crazy shit.
It was like we were down like down 3 with 40 seconds left. It's their ball. We just got a layup. Manny comes down and shoots like a 2-pass foot on the line, like deep 2. Misses. We get the rebound. I'm like, oh, here we go. I think Reese puts up a 3. We miss again. Get the rebound again. Make a layup. So now it's a 1-point game, like 15 seconds. We're trying to like get a steal at first. We trap a couple times. They get across half court. So we foul like 6 seconds at the most, maybe less. And so it's Manny again at the line. Makes the first to put him up 2. Misses the second.
Well, let me add. Me and Baxter the night before, we're watching Gordon Hayward highlights. I don't know if you've ever seen Gordon Hayward college highlights, but there's this one shot in the national championship that he misses. Half court shot. So we're watching this documentary, and the thing that they add for Coach K is you put people on the line. So if he misses, you're immediately guarding the person who rebounds it.
Yeah, you're slowing it down just a little
Slowing
bit.
it down. They don't put anyone on the line. It's literally just like me, you, and
Like,
Noah.
We're boxing out
So,
right here.
Yeah.
so we're not boxing out anyone.
Yeah.
So, me and Bax look at each. I swear we just we just hit one of those, and I go back like, there's no one here, and I'm like, if this rebound comes to me, he's like on the perimeter. I'm like, it's straight to you. You're putting it up. Like we dead ass have this conversation.
Yeah, I never knew
100%.
that part.
Lo
That's
and
crazy.
behold.
Lo and behold.
Left side miss, rebound comes straight to me, and Baxter runs a little banana.
A little banana curl
Yep.
from about, what's that, like 50 feet. Catch it. I don't even think I took a dribble.
It had to have been
All net.
opposite free throw line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty close.
Just turn and
It was like 3-point line opposite side. Yeah, all net.
Straight cash.
Right in front of the women's team.
that was the best part, huh?
We're like celebrating a steal. Like we're going crazy.
Coach was pissed.
Coach was pissed. Starters are like fuming. We get into the locker room, like Skins team, we're like hype celebrating. All the other guys are just like in their locker, just pissed.
And coach, he was like, I knew it. I should have said something. I knew it. I was like, what?
Why didn't you say something? I probably hit 2 laps around the gym. We're still celebrating. And the women are coming on to practice. That's why they were watching. And Coach Irwin just yells at us, "Get in the locker room." And I'm like,
And
come on, man. We just
go
hit
from to that.
Yeah,
it's like, oh,
I get in the locker room. I'm still like, man, that's pretty hype. Like, just to get yelled at because they were still trying to figure out who was going to play. And
well, okay. So do you think
it's immaculate cap.
Do you think that shot was luck, or that was skill?
Nick,
Because
do you remember before that JV game, I said, I bet you $5 I make this half-court shot?
I was gonna bring that up too.
I cashed it.
Okay, see, because we know it wasn't luck, but you ask anybody else, great team. I mean, you made a shot.
I've done that twice now. I did that to you. I did that to Tristan also. I've done that 3 times where I've just hit one.
You really be hustling now.
I say I bet $5 to make this half-court shot. I'm 2 for 2 when betting $5. Against Nick, I was even like, you want to go double or nothing?
No,
and he said, no, I made it anyways.
See? Exactly. Like
Like-
well,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
well, it's so funny because this is before a JV game.
Yeah, I'm just messing around.
and he's just walking in full can of Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm in there shooting around. I got my
Sweatpants, a
undershirt
long
on,
sleeve.
yeah.
Pajamas on. Like.
Obviously the moccasins. I'm just like, wow. And he goes out, drops a 5x5. Just every JV game.
Facts.
It's like, well, whatever.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
never enough, never enough.
Facts.
Yeah.
I think one more thing I had that. Oh my bad. Was that loud?
That was my bad.
Okay. One more thing I had before we dive into a deeper part of Nick. Pause. Pause. Is what was I gonna say? Oh, Morningside. Morningside before the game, our scout team practice.
Scout team before Morningside
When we
that year.
absolutely like fucked varsity or the starters. All I remember is we're just cutting. We're getting like back doors, dunks.
Do you remember that day? We
I'm
played
trying
like
to
a
remember.
we
It was
played
the
like
day
a
when we beat them 10-0 in 5 possessions. Like we scored
yeah
5 times on 5 possessions,
in half court.
and coach is just making them run defense the whole time.
And we so at the very end we go into a 8-minute game and we get up like 18 to like 6 in those 8 minutes. So he throws 4 more minutes on there, or 6 maybe, and we end up winning like 41 to like 27.
It was
Like just
unreal.
dominated them for almost whole half of basketball.
Okay, side note, that brings up something funny for me. When you talk about him adding more time on the clock, at Miller North, if we would beat the starters, they would put infinite time on the clock. Another 5, another 5, another 5. We play a 3-hour game. They just can't get the lead, get the dub. Another 5. It's like, Jesus.
At some point, it's like, all right, well, we'll just let you have it.
Yeah, okay, you can score on me.
I'm trying to go to lunch. I'm trying to get to bed.
I'm ghostly white.
No subs.
Yeah, exactly. It's always like 4-on-4 or something too, just
Yeah.
even harder.
Yeah.
3-on-3, impossible.
Yeah, you're not guarding anyone at that
3-on-3 pick and roll is a corner 3 every time. With
facts.
the way we were supposed to guard.
You gotta tag and engage.
Yeah. But I think we're gonna do a lot of switching this year. I'm not gonna lie. We've been switching it was encouraged switching all through open gym so far. So
Honestly, I'm fine with that.
It's about time.
It's about time.
Like-
I mean, that's what we had somewhat. Like if you absolutely had to, that's what we had freshman year. I mean, usually it was just get through.
But then you just get yelled at for switching. Freshman year, he'd be like, switch if you need to. If you switched, it's like, why you switching? It's like Josh Lambert trying to get through a screen, and he's obviously not getting through any screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, switching, huh?
That's exciting.
Yeah.
We'll be happy to talk about that on the podcast.
I like that too because I feel like I can guard more of a
I was like,
2 through 5
good
area.
for you.
Yeah. Just rather than the downing, I don't think I've seen a single down like work successfully. Like
because we don't rotate correctly.
Every time I think back, it's just
we don't crisscross out. That's kind of the problem. You see NBA teams do it. It's because they all rotate guys. We kind of only rotate one person.
Professional basketball players
and way longer and more athletic and taller.
Yeah.
So they can kind of deflect more passes and then you still see in the NBA they get and you see they still get wide open threes in the NBA off that. So it's like,
what do you do? I mean, it's just you got to just hope they don't make it.
Yeah. Which they will in the GPAC.
Oh yeah. Just going in.
You know, you sent in that form. You filled it out.
I tried.
No, it was good.
Dude.
It was good. It was better than Tristan actually.
You didn't have to. You don't have to fill out as much for anybody watching that does come on the pod. You only have to fill out probably 5 questions, 6 questions.
You did.
Okay, good. I just wanted to be able to give you guys a base.
There were a couple things that surprised me on there. One of which being his favorite movie is The Greatest Showman, and I gotta say, my respect.
Well done.
My respect went through the roof.
Is that a crazy poll?
You know, tell me a little bit about that.
I watched that for the first time in my senior year of high school. It was like a finance class. Just this weird, like this real weird goofy teacher.
That makes sense.
This real weird goofy teacher. But I was like, all right. And I'm watching it, filling out the video guide, and I just start like I was just fucking with it. And then now it's like that's like my go-to movie. Like I watch that probably like once every 2 weeks. It's like it's like I need a little background noise or something calm. You know, if I'm with the lady, it's like what should we watch? Greatest Showman. Like everybody loves the Greatest Showman.
I was just saying you can't really go wrong with that. You're not going to get bad opinions from the Greatest Showman.
You want to be motivated? Watch it. You want to be sad? Watch it. You want to be happy at the end?
You want to sing? Like watch it. Like
that's a great. I mean, favorite movie I can go with. That's solid favorite movie for sure.
Really good. And then the other thing is we talked about like maybe careers, like what you want to do like later in life. And he said ever since middle school, he wanted to be a realtor.
I've known that about Nick for a while. I've known that about Nick.
I did not know about that.
I never have told anybody this, why I want to become a realtor.
Wow, we got a podcast, an exclusive podcast moment here.
I grew up watching Modern Family, like with my family, and one of the main characters is a real estate agent, and he just made that look so fun, so
Paul
easy.
Or
Phil Dunphy.
Paul.
No, my bad.
Who is Paul? But yeah, I mean, Phil Dunphy, I was watching him. I was like, he gets to be in all these big houses. Meanwhile, I've never been in, like super big, super nice house.
Yeah.
It was always calm, but it was nothing crazy. So it's like, I just want to be in these houses, like sell them to people, make people happy. I also know it's a lot of just talking, and I just love to talk.
You can
like,
do that shit.
I can talk. I feel like I can talk to anybody, so I like that. I feel like it'll align pretty well. And I always, like I said, I always knew once middle school hit, but I never knew what my next step was. I was like, I want to be a realtor, but I can't go and get my realtor degree from Midland. But since being here, though, it's been pretty nice. They've kind of showed me the steps, and I've been able to work with real estate companies around here also, and they basically give me the plan. They're like, all right, do this. So now I'm in the process of like getting my license and stuff like that just to have, be able to do it. And also along with that, I'm a business administration major, like I said, but I have a minor in marketing and in communications. So I really just want like a huge baseline.
That's real broad.
Once I get out, just so I can always have something to fall back on. Hopefully real estate will be the big win maker for me, though.
Business degree in marketing also just helps with that real estate thing. Like you can build your own brand with that. Maybe if you want to launch your own real estate business.
Right.
When you really got it like that.
Exactly. Well, and it's like even like I said, from middle school, I'm like, I want to sell houses, real estate. But now I could also find a job in the real estate industry where I'm not selling houses, but I can use my degrees or my minors to help, put me in that job.
You got something?
No, I was just gonna pass back to you, see if you had anything else from the.
There wasn't much more. I mean, like we talked about travel. Like there were a few places you might. I think like Greece was one of them.
What about Greece? Why Greece?
I like those like big. They're like cities, but they're like mixed in with houses. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what
It's
you're
like
talking
it's
about.
like on the coast.
You
and
just
it's
mean
like,
downtown?
Well,
It's
I don't know how
it's
to
sort
say
of
it,
like
but it's like I don't know. It's like all connected.
it's like the levels of like houses.
I get what you're
and
saying.
it's right on the
That's
blue
kinda
coastline.
yeah, that's sick.
I
That's
feel like
sick,
that's like the
something cool to
Greece,
see.
Italy vibe.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's such like a European thing. I feel like that's like Norway,
Norway
Sweden,
has
all of
stuff
those
like
places
that.
just have one of those little areas by the like water.
I didn't put it, but Japan would also be a really cool place. But that would be, I would stick
You're a
out
big
like
anime
a
guy?
sore thumb. Not at all.
Okay.
So why Japan? What's in Japan?
I just think it's
you
beautiful.
Think it'd be sick?
Yeah, all the big lights and the pink trees. I like stuff like that.
Okay.
They have hella pollution there. Or is that China?
That's definitely China.
Oh, okay.
And
Damn near everywhere at this point.
yeah, and the United States
Yeah.
actually.
Oh, we do? Oh, okay.
So we're gonna kind of pivot back to a little bit of basketball here. You talked about how your family all kind of shows up for games about 30 deep. Now I remember a specific shirt that says Big Nick Energy. I mean, it's really exciting to show up to a JV game and see about 20 people in the stands wearing all matching shirts that say Big Nick Energy.
I mean, there might be 55 people at a game max, anyways, and half
Half.
of them Big Nick Energy.
You
I'm like,
just-
oh, I wonder who they're going for.
just how does that like is that something you just absolutely love? Just getting that many.
Absolutely, and I never really. I don't think I appreciated it, right at first when I should have. I was just like, oh damn, like all these people after
That's
the game.
embarrassing.
Well, it's like, oh, I'm like, what's up, Sally, Sarah, Jared? It's like, oh, Nick, it's your cousin's aunt. I'm like, but
You met him once when you were 6. like-
exactly, like they were blonde and now they shaved their head. It's like, how am I supposed to? But no, I really have come to appreciate that, and it's all. And they think just like me. Like they don't care
Yeah.
if we win or lose. Like obviously I care, but it's like I'm not.
I was like, hold on.
But okay, yeah, that was
Make him run.
that was a bad way to say
Make
it.
him run.
But they don't care about the outcomes. They're big pre-gamers for the game, so they always get. Big Red Keno hates to see them coming. Let me tell you.
Do they play Keno?
Huh? Oh yeah.
Well, then maybe they love it. Maybe
Well-
they really love it.
They're really contributing.
Well, it's always just yeah. Okay, so they'll go to Keno, do whatever. We'll have a game. My mom's just sitting there smiling after the game. We get blitzed by 40 or something. Like, oh, you're happy? Oh yeah, $1,800 earlier. And she's picking numbers like 3 and 24, which is my
Just-
birthday,
yeah.
March 24. It's just
And
bringing down
it's
the house.
hitting every time.
Yeah. But no, I definitely appreciate having all of them there, and I realize, almost nobody on the team, is able
Yeah.
to have all those people like I am, and so that's something that's really made me appreciate it more. And I definitely notice I've started to like voice that to them more too. Like, thank you guys for coming. Like, I appreciate you being here, and so I really want to keep doing a good job at that. Give them their flowers.
That's sick.
That's good. Before we wrap it up, it's been brought to my attention. There's a new motto in the varsity
yeah,
basketball
Midland
for
basketball
Midland.
program.
It's get your hate on.
I believe it's get your hate on. What's with get your hate on?
That's what I'm hearing around town.
This is like my third time hearing it. I've heard Coach say it, and I'm just like, because we're in the middle of running halfway through, we're all hands on knees. Get your hate on, and we're just like, what? Another one. The one.
Oh, there's another one.
No, the one that I thought would be more like known, besides get your hate on, is do hard better. After our team
Who does he
meeting,
think he is?
after our team meeting, he was just walking around. Do hard better. Do hard
What's
better.
that one guy's name? The motivational guy?
Oh,
Isn't that what
Goggins?
isn't that what he says? Doesn't he
Boats?
say do hard better?
Probably,
I'm pretty sure he does.
Tyler Owen watches Goggins.
Of course he does.
of course.
Tyler Irwin wishes he was David Goggins, I
Up at
think.
4:30.
It is marathon. That's the only time in my life my body shut down.
Nick can't say too much. Nick, Coach Irwin doesn't watch the pod. Don't worry.
Well, until one day he does.
Until I put
Until
it on my
it's
story.
this episode.
Until I put it on my story.
Yeah.
Tap in.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Hey, he's not making it through 30 minutes. Don't worry.
Has it been 30 minutes?
Don't worry, he sees my face. His phone probably
like-
instantly blocks it. Like it doesn't really allow him to really get in there.
This guy.
Yeah. He's like, oh. It's like it's overtime.
You might get cut him just seeing you and me together. Really, let's be real.
He's like Colbin. What are you doing? He's like, you gotta.
He texts you after, just who are you? Like, why are you sitting next to that
Why
guy?
would you
at the-
entertain that? Why would you? Yeah.
One final thing here. You have any hot takes?
Hot takes.
Any hot takes just off the top of your head that kind of came up recently?
So I've been kind of thinking about this one since I seen your little questionnaire because whenever I get the question, you have a hot take. It's like I don't really like. I just,
It's never gonna come right away unless you have one.
Well, not my hot take, but probably my forever take. Drake is number one all time. That's just
Wait. Rapper or artist?
Artist.
See, I was gonna actually ask about that. I was gonna ask about the Drake Kendrick thing because you said music is one of your, and we knew music was one of your like go-to things. But how'd that make you feel? You're hitting like it's late March last year, or I guess this year, and it's like 1 a.m. and you just see Meet the Grams pop on your feed. How are you feeling about that?
So obviously I'm Team Drake. So obviously the baby girl was fake. And they planted that info just to get whatever. But talking on the Drake thing, obviously when Drake drops a song, Kendrick drops a song, I'm like, oh yeah, Kendrick sucks, Drake this, Drake that. But then it's like, obviously with Not Like Us, it's like the more you listen to it, you're just like, fuck. It's like he got one. But yeah, for me, Drake is like, he's my number one. He'll probably forever be my number one just because with all of his songs, I feel like I genuinely could go through and listen to every single one, probably have 2 or 3 skips. Like songs that I think are bad, that don't make sense, don't flow. And also with him, like, might be corny, but it's like I could like take his words and like put that into my life or like whatever his little bars he has. I'd be
So
like,
you kind of relate to it.
yeah. Not to, obviously, I can't relate to Drake, but it's like the shit he says. Sometimes I can hear
it's like motivational, like yeah.
Also, I like how you could be sad or you could be trying to lock in. You can really get all aspects with him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say about that. It's like you get the multi-genre. Like kind of version of Drake.
Yeah. And it's also I think I'm a unique Drake fan because I didn't really grow up on Drake. Like I knew his main songs, but I never listened like through albums. I never did that with any music. I was always just listening to the radio and shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
But it's like now, once I started getting older, I would listen to more and more Drake, and then I'd go back through the albums like, oh shit, what have I been missing? What have I been missing? And so that's why you really kind of.
That's like me with Rod Wave. I love me some Chubby Boy.
Man,
Rod Wave might be number one.
Rod Wave's, he's up there in my book.
It's about the only place he's getting up, huh?
Well, on that note,
Rod Wave.
Yeah, shout out Rod Wave, shout out Drake.
Shout out back, shout out KB.
Since y'all watching the pod,
Yep.
we're gonna thank Nick for coming on,
Appreciate you
entertaining
guys
us
having
for the half hour we're here.
Yeah, this was fun.
Any final thoughts for anybody or?
Shout out my boy Baxter, newly fiance. Newly
Word.
engaged.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Thanks.
Very
Appreciate
happy.
it.
I think we've all been waiting for that for a while. So
Yeah,
it's
well,
finally-
have been waiting.
so have you probably. So
Yeah,
and
well.
I'm glad. I'm excited, man. Congrats.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
That won't be happening with me soon. So.
Okay,
That's
no.
Well,
Can we talk about your love life on air or no?
Yeah,
'Cause I
sure.
have
Yeah,
been
we
having
can.
some
Yeah,
questions.
yeah. Go ahead, Nick. We got time. There's plenty of time.
Have you been rolling around with 1 or 2?
Huh?
Wow.
I've been rolling around with 0.
No.
Everyone, see, that's the thing. People don't understand that sometimes
No, yeah.
guys and girls can just be friends.
Absolutely.
I have friends.
Okay.
I had someone who was more than a friend back home.
Oh.
She's definitely not watching, so we can get into it.
We get into
we had our thing. I was feeling it a little bit more. College happens, one of them things. You leave it be until you see him next.
Yeah.
And after that, that was a little.
Keep it pushing.
That's what's good. Or I mean, you're from Colorado, so if things go bad, you can come here for 4 months. Then when you go back for Thanksgiving, it's like, hey man, I missed you.
I'm back.
With me, I'm 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
So they gonna hate me year round.
Yeah, like you're always there.
They always see me somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we talked to exes, we would have
I mean, we could sit here
that
for a
could be
minute.
That could be a separate pod.
Yeah.
I mean, good.
a whole different series.
That's just yeah.
Let us know if you want to see the Colin
Yeah,
Barney and
facts.
Nick Dolezal podcast of just talking about our love lives.
Just like,
They could-
halfway through, we're just crying.
Yeah. Just a bottle of Jack or something. It's like, come on, we gotta get through this.
That would be something.
Whatever the fans want. I'm here for the
Yeah,
fans.
we're here to please.
Here to please.
Well, Nick, we appreciate your time today.
Yeah,
I mean, it was long awaited.
Appreciate y'all having
We had
me.
to get you on here.
Again, 2 weeks long awaited.
I'm
Right.
gonna keep using it.
I give y'all a lot of credit. It doesn't seem like y'all just started 2 weeks ago. I mean, y'all.
I appreciate
You're
it.
not sitting here BSing. You got real questions. You got real stuff to talk about.
Well, like we said on kind of our first one, we've been talking about it for about a year.
yeah. So now it's kind of like, what the fuck we've been waiting on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only difference is we've been doing this for the last year. Now we have a camera and a microphone.
That is fair.
We probably did this probably twice a week the whole last year anyways. Just yapping about something stupid.
About some random ass shit. So it's like, and me and Baxter said it's like, we can like talk with people. It's like you get podcasters that you see and like they can't converse about anything.
Yeah.
And you're like, what are you talking about? So it's like, me and Baxter.
Or they get on there to like argue about some political
Or
trans
promote some shit.
yeah,
it's like,
it's
let's
just
just
annoying.
talk.
women's rights.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Why'd
come
you
on.
go with that?
I said political, trans, women's rights. I didn't just say one thing.
Just went straight to women's rights.
Because all I can think of is it's like these two dudes that just sit there and argue with women.
With the women. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like the alpha male
Yeah.
podcast. I hate those people.
that's what I'm thinking of. It's like how do people even watch this?
Yeah.
Like, do people really watch this and just get mad and that's their day? They're like, I'm gonna sit here for an hour and watch this stupid podcast that makes me mad, and that's how they're famous. It's like, what is the fun in that?
Yeah. Are you guys big like podcast watchers
No.
normally?
Not at all.
Shout out Caller Daddy.
Oh, yeah, we do watch Call Her Daddy.
Is it a good watch?
No.
No.
If you
It's
have
entertaining.
if you have a 12-hour drive and it's not alone, you can't do it alone.
No.
You won't make it through 5 minutes alone. But if you got someone to like listen to something and be like,
It's like what?
what?
Yeah.
With someone, you could really vibe with that on a long drive. That's where we've listened to Caller Daddy actually. We've probably listened to like 10 episodes at this point.
You guys are damn near big fans
Yeah,
now.
I mean,
At
what's
first
one
you were
versus
hating,
one?
and then now you're like, hey, you see that
We're-
episode
we're-
drop?
yeah, we're part of Daddy Gang.
We're part of the Daddy Gang.
Merch coming soon, dialed in.
That's a different YouTuber, so I don't know.
We need to
That's what
drop
I'm saying. Though.
BK
Add it
merch.
to your-
That's not
add it to
her.
your merch.
All right. Well, I need to export
Yeah,
this,
we're really
so
done this time.
Yeah.
No edits.
Coming on.
I'm sweating.
No
One
edits.
take.
Never edits.
Always one take.
One take.
And we'll end this thing.
Outro.